I think every mother out there with a special need child should be very careful who to trust, even family members, because these kids are very difficult to. It's very difficult to look after them. Um, I don't trust people around my child. Hi everyone, hi, welcome back again to the Silver Family Journey page. My name is Silverline, and this is the Silver Family page. We are also on YouTube, the Silver Family page, and what we do is creating awareness and promoting families with special needs children. Like sharing our life activities, everywhere, our everyday life activities, and a little bit of like talks like this, and sharing my experience. We also do art like dancing and other things, just sharing our lifestyle. So today I want to talk about who to trust around your special needs children. We are all different, and even with children, without needs, it's very difficult to trust children, people around your children. And when it comes to children with special need, I think every mother out there with a special need child should be very careful who to trust, even family members, because these kids are very difficult to. It's very difficult to look after them. I don't trust people around my child, and not just trust. I think people don't know, especially the children with special need that are mild, and they're unpredictable. Children that like have autism, and they can wander off. For a lot of reasons, you shouldn't trust people around your children, because when I'm with my son, I have like a third eye, like I'm always looking. I'm like 100% attentive, because he can just wander off. So to the extent that I have to hold his hand all the time and ask my little daughter. He's 8 years old, but my daughter is 5. I would not prefer, I don't have options, but I just hold his hands and tell my daughter to walk, and I just give my daughter instructions on where to turn right or turn left or wait or stop, because I can't just let him just walk on his own, because he can run into a oncoming vehicle. He can is unpredictable. So if you have a special need child, please, if you are a career person, you might want to think twice, because if you have a special need child who cannot communicate with you, even children who can communicate, they can make them so scared that they refuse to tell you what they're going on. More or less, people with special need. So please, if you have a special need child, please be careful. Even with your family members, you have to be careful who you can trust around your children. And because if they're being maltreated, if they're being treated in a way that is not proper, you wouldn't know. If they're molesting them, you wouldn't know. And despite the fact that they have special need, this can tell on them and then their emotions, and this can even change their personality. So please, I know a lot of us, especially women who are in in the Western world, in Europe, in America, in Australia, wherever you are, in Canada. I know you came to Europe, to wherever you are, for greener pasture. But if God has blessed you with a special nature, you might want to think twice and call down on your career and make that sacrifice for your child, because you don't want your child to be molested. You don't want your child to be treated in a way that is not right. So I myself, I've made a lot of sacrifice in looking after my child by not taking up any kind of job that comes my way. I only do things that I can do around him. It's a sacrifice to make. So I implore you mothers out there to be careful, even for your family members. We African people in the African community, we hardly find like people to look after our children. Taking to your child to non-registered minder is the last thing you want to do, because they can just wander away. They can draw a hot oil on a poison. The danger is very high. The risk is high when you leave your child with non-registered minder. And even with the registered minder, you have to to be very sure that they are able, and tell them everything about your child. Don't assume they know, because if anything happens to your child, you will have yourself to blame. So please, and if you're a single mother, if you still want to get married, please be careful. Check yourself before you wreck yourself, because the mental health of your child is of your children in general is very important. And when you have a special need child, you want to have a partner in your life, you have to look and check properly, and ask God to lead you and show you if it is the right thing to do. I am saying this because children with special need, they need all attentions. They need to be safe. You need to protect them. We need to protect all children in general. But children with special need, you need to do a lot of sacrifices, including your career. Please, my fellow women with special need children, don't just leave your children for anybody and say, oh, they are my friend, they seem nice. You don't know what they will be doing to your child when you are not there. You don't know. Your child is still unhappy. Your child can destroy things in the place you live in. Your child can do these different kind of things. The person will not understand. Even we as a parents, it is very tough. We have to be very patient with them, more or less somebody that is not their parents or their mom. So please, don't overtrust anybody to just leave your child. Please, I beg you, make sure if you can avoid it, fine. If you cannot, just make sure you're leaving your child in a safe place. And please, if this is your first time of coming across my videos, share this video out. The reason I'm saying this is to help other parents out there with my experience, with my idea. Again, a disclaimer, I am not a medical practitioner. I am a practitioner, education practitioner, but not a medical practitioner. So I'm just saying this out of my experience. And there are a lot of horrible people, there are a lot of bad people, even your friends, even your family members. You can't trust anybody 100%. You can't. So please, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Protect your children. You brought them into this world. It is your responsibility to protect them and keep them safe. To an extent, do your best to keep them safe. It is important to keep them safe, because whatever maltreatment, whatever bad heel treatment they are getting out there when you're walking, it might bounce back on you, because if they start having bad character, they start becoming violent, somebody's maltreating them, somebody's molesting them, somebody's hitting them, they will also start doing that to other children in school, which will give them a bad record. And they might end up in schools of children who are violent. They might even have to isolate them and put them in a classroom where they have violent children. So, because these children with special need, they are one-way traffic, they just learn. Once they learn something, and it's hard to unlearn them. It's hard to unlearn them from that they have learned. It's difficult for them to learn. But once they grab something, once they grab a character, it is very difficult as well to unlearn them that. So please keep your children safe, and do a lot of sacrifice for your children, and your reward is in heaven. I love you guys. Share my videos, recommend to your friends, and